We're gonna be going over the CFPB today, and we're gonna showcase how you can use the tools in the CFPB to address credit concerns and explore other helpful entities as well.
They gonna miss some serious information, man.
Yes, sir.
You guys see my screen? No.
Yes.
Okay. You see the CFPB?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, this is a portal this is some of the stuff that I just complain about, right? But when you go into the CFPB, you're going to create an account. And when you create this account, when you log in, it's going to bring you to this screen right here. All right. This will be one of the first screens you see after you log in. Now, let's say that this is a collection issue that we're dealing with when it comes to the CFPB, right? And you have a third-party debt collector that's coming after you, right? You're going to log into the CFPB. You want to understand what you're looking for. Right here it says submit a complaint. It says, what is the complaint about? So look at this, right? What is it about, right? Look at all these options. Read them, understand them. Learn how to actually identify what you need in order to get the results that you want. You got what I'm saying? So basically right here, you got credit reporting and you got debt collection. Now, if I click on debt collection, there's another set of questions going to come up at the bottom. It says what type of debt. You guys see that? Everybody can take their mic off mute too, as long as you don't have a loud background, because I want you guys to be able to respond. So you guys see that where it says the type of debt?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, look, you got auto, you got credit card, federal student loan debt, medical, mortgage, payday loan, right? Now, let's go click on something else. Let's go click on credit reporting and other personal consumer reports. You see how that changed? You guys see the difference?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the difference is you got to understand what you're looking for, why you're looking for it, and what to use, when to use it, and who to use it against. You guys get what I'm saying? That's why this is important, because you can use the credit reporting option or the debt collection option to deal with a collector, right? But your strategy has to be key in order for it to make it work in the right way. You don't put the cart before the horse, right? So one thing I want to explain to you guys, when it ever comes to any type of errors of dealing with your credit report, you always want to make sure they actually can verify and validate that the account is yours, right? The account is yours. They have to prove that it's yours. Don't say anything like, I wasn't late. Don't say anything like, it's the wrong balance. Don't say anything like, you have the wrong opening date. Anything that's related to that, because once you say that, what you have done is admitted that the account is yours off the rip. That means you know about it, right? So the first thing to do is get them to prove that it's yours. I want you guys to understand that. You got it? People with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, once they can prove that it's yours, then you go into another step in another phase, and I'll explain that later. Let's just go through the first phase, right? So let's say this is the debt collection, right? This is the CFPB. You got debt collection. So in my case, what I would do with a debt collector, I can either go through the credit bureau and complain about this, or I can go to the debt collector. Now, because I know a method that I created that works, I'm going to go directly to the debt collector. Here's the reason why. Watch this. I'm going to say, hey, it's a debt collector. I'm going to say, it's a medical bill, right? That's what I'm going to say, right? Then I'm going to click next. Now, here's another set of options. What type of problems are you having, right, with this medical bill? You're saying, communication tactics was they use abusive language if you don't pay it. They keep on harassing with electronic communications. They attempt to collect the debt that's not owed. It was discharged. Look at all the different options that you have here. What I'm trying to get you guys to see and understand, these options are not there for nothing, right? So if you figure out one of these options are beneficial to you, that's the one you're going to use, right? Use it where they don't understand it. When I say they, I'm talking about the debt collector. A lot of them just don't understand this. When they get the notification from the CFPB, most notifications that come from the CFPB go to the higher executive branch of any organization, because they could be facing a potential lawsuit, all right? The CFPB is put in place to sue people and not for them doing wrongful acts towards any type of lawful consumer. You guys got it? They're there for us to protect us. All right. So they put all these options in place so they can try to at least give you the opportunity to explain what comes closest to what you're complaining about. All right. That's why it's very important for you to steer them along. They don't want to have to figure you out, and they're not going to figure you out. Right. You have to tell them what's going on with you. You guys got it?
Yes.
You guys got any questions right now? Okay.
Mhm.
So listen, here's one of the tactics I use, right? Now we're talking about a debt collector. I want you guys to understand what we're talking about. So I'm looking at communication. I could use that, but it's all verbal. He say, she say. I could go text, email, then I got to show a bunch of emails or texts, right? That's cool. All right. Attempted to collect the debt that's not owed. Well, that could be up and down. That could be debated, right? Because if I say the debt is not owed, then what did I just do? See if you guys can.
Confirm.
What?
Confirm it's yours.
Say it again.
Confirm
You
it's
just
yours.
confirm that it's yours.
Exactly. That's why you don't say, hey, this is, I don't owe this debt, because you just admitted that it was yours. So what you do say is, hey, you know what? I'm gonna pick this right here. See how you guys, a lot of people don't even recognize this. It says written notification about debt, did not receive, did not know, and could not dispute. You got it? That's not there for nothing. It's there for a reason. You guys get what I'm saying? You're gonna get what I'm saying in a minute, right? It's there for a reason. So now the reason why that's there, because debt collectors send out what you call snail mail, right? And debt collectors are cheap. When they go collect the debt, they pay 4 cents on the dollar or less. So you think about how much they get in a debt for if it's $100, if it's $200. But then they come to you and they want the full amount that you owe, plus they throw some other fees in there. This is why they had an opportunity to say, hey, you know what? We'll make a deal with you. If you give us half of it, then we'll cut the other half off. Well, they ain't even pay that much for it. You got it? And so that's why they're willing to make that deal with you. Now, here's the problem. By law, per Fair Credit Act, any debt collector, third party that's looking to obtain money from you, from the original debt collector, from the original account holder, has to give you 5-day notice upon receiving your account. So if they got it on January the 1st, they got up to January the 5th to make sure that you know that they got your account and they coming after you for a debt. What happens is that these debt collectors, they send out snail mail. Snail mail is regular mail with a stamp, envelope, put in the mailbox, and it just goes to the post office and supposedly ends up in your mailbox. Okay? Now, they don't have any type of guaranteed way to show that it ended up in your mailbox. Okay? There's been plenty of times when I got somebody else's mail in my mailbox, right? And I'm sure you guys have too, right?
Yes.
Okay, then. So how is it that they can prove that you got it? Even if you did get it, you didn't get it. You guys got it?
Yeah, we got it.
Even if you did get it, you didn't get it. You got it? Okay. Now, here's the thing. They have 5 days to notify you. Okay? That's their responsibility. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this, right, is because it's not. Let me go. It's not the credit bureau's responsibility. You see the strategy now? It's not their responsibility. They're going to report it, but that's not what you're complaining about. You're complaining because you didn't get notification. So that's why you go right to debt collector. You say, I didn't know about this debt, right? So you go, you let them know that you didn't know about it. And if you didn't know about it, by law, they can't not put anything on your credit report that you was not aware of and you didn't have an opportunity to fix it. You guys got it? Do we got any questions before I move forward? Because I want you guys to get this. This is work for hundreds of people I gave this game out to. Hundreds. And if you're in Herman's group, you guys know that what I'm talking about right now works. Anybody in Herman's group and see this work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No problem. All right, nobody's there. All right, cool. All right, listen. So, written notification. That's what we're talking about. All right. You got to give me that written notification. Now, they're going to say, what best describes your problem? You're going to say, I did not receive notice of rights to dispute. I did not receive enough information to verify debt. Now, what did you just do if you click that?
Say the debt's yours.
Thank you. Notification did not disclose if it was an attempt to collect the debt. You could use that, right? However, you always pick this right there. I did not receive notice of right to dispute because they didn't give you the opportunity to fix it. Even if you did have the debt and you admitted to the debt, you probably been like, hey man, I'll pay it. Before you put on my credit report, I'll pay it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't give you the opportunity. If in fact they didn't notify you. Now, the only way that they can prove that they notify you, when I was talking about snail mail, is that they have to send something that's certified. So one of the things I always have done was put in, I'm gonna put it in here so you guys can catch it, right? So here's a question. Have you already tried to fix the problem with the credit company? What you guys think this answer should be?
No.
I heard
No?
you all say it.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. If you think it's no, put 1. If you think it's yes, put 2 in the chat.
Mhm. Mm. Oh, goodness. Not coming up.
I would say 1, 1, 1, 2. All right. So the answer is it should always be yes, right? And the reason why it should be yes is because if you say no, they're going to say, hey, well, you didn't give them time to fix it.
I have a question.
Go for it. And speak up a little bit for me, Donovan, because I'm having a hard time hearing people tonight for some reason.
And when it says you did not receive notice of this dispute, and then you go ahead and agree to say that you had tried to fix it, isn't that like showing admission that you did receive something to try to fix
Get
it?
closer to the mic, Donovan.
Yeah.
What you say now? Now go ahead. I can hear you now.
Yeah.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So by you saying which best describes your problem, did not receive notice of the dispute, and then you go ahead and say that I have already tried to fix the problem. So is that showing that that by you saying yes, isn't that showing some type of admission or
no? It's not showing any type of admission because you're not saying it was your account. You just said, yeah, I already tried to fix the problem. And if you already tried to fix the problem, you could have already complained about what you're complaining about right now.
All right.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay. So you say yes, right? And then you click next. Did you receive information from the company? Say no. They never sent me nothing. I'm not going to say yes. You don't want to give them any ammunition at all. Okay? Then you click next. Now, and here, they're going to, excuse me, guys. They're going to ask you to give a description of what happened, right? So they can understand why you're complaining about this particular account. And here's what I normally write inside of here. Take this. And I will make them aware of account number. I would say account. Put a number. And I will go like 4455XXXX, right? That is the account number on my credit report for Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion. Now, what I want you guys to understand and recognize that this account number could be different on each one of the credit bureaus. So you have to make sure that you're looking at the right account number. So you have to, listen, you have to make this dummy proof, right? You have to put them in a corner that they cannot get out. So you can't say, I didn't know which account it was. You can't say I was confused. You can't say any of that, right? Because you're going to put the name of the, here. Do this even better. So, oops. Sorry. Now they can't say anything. You got the name of the actual party and the account number. So they know exactly who you're talking about. You guys got it? You always put that at the top. So you say, this is what I'm talking about, and this is what I'm complaining about. Now, if you read what I put here, it says, I'm unaware of this debt, did not have an opportunity to dispute this account. If you believe you have sent the proper notification, please provide me certified mail displaying my signature. If not, please delete account, blah, 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 ASAP off my credit report, or I will take legal actions. Now, you ask them to give you something. This is where a lot of people mess up at. Because what I would do, I would tell them to write exactly this. Did you guys hear me ask you to write anything else outside of that?
No.
Say that again.
I asked them to only write this, what you see on the screen. Nothing else, right?
Okay.
When people use this method, they'll end up putting, I need validation of debt, I need verification. They put all this other stuff with that. When they said, well, it didn't work, Wanzo. I put this and I put that. Well, I'm like, well, who told you to put all that? Because I didn't tell you that. If you look at my video, I ain't said nothing like that. Just saying. What I said is right there. That's what I said. So don't come to me talking about it didn't work, because what didn't work was you doing it the right way. That's what I said. Don't put the cart before the horse, right? I mean, yeah, that stuff, right? So only put this. Now, let me explain to you why that's so important. Because, as I said earlier, take out the opportunity to put them in a corner they can't get out of, right? If you put, I need validation of debt along with this, they're going to ignore this right here, and they're only going to respond to, I need a validation of debt, because they already know that they're screwed when it comes to this right here. Now, why are they screwed? Because two reasons why. More than likely, they've already put on your credit report, which is a violation of the Fair Credit Act. That's for one. But two is that they can never, ever prove that they sent you certified mail with a receipt, because they don't have none with your signature on. You guys catching that?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's very important that you use these strategies in the right way. If not, you're gonna screw yourself up. All right. So now, you know they can't prove that they actually sent you the mail. You know that they didn't put it on your credit report already, right? You know what account they're talking about. I mean, you know they gave them what account they're talking about. Now you want to make sure that they address this situation and go directly to that creditor, right? We're not talking about credit bureaus. We're talking about the creditor themselves. Always click this right here, because this is publishing information to the CFPB databases, which will give people the opportunity to look at your complaint and see how it's handled. And I'm going to go over that as well. Okay? Got it, Donovan? You all right over there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, it says, what would be a fair resolution to this issue? You say, delete. That's it. Please delete account. Because you got to remember, you said delete this account or I'm going to take legal action. You already said that. All right. So please delete account. That's all you got to say. Keep it plain, straight, short, simple, to the point. Right? Don't give them any room to get out of anything. Because let me go back to this so you guys understand. Now, you asked them to send you certified mail with a receipt, correct? That's the only thing you asked for. So that's the only thing that they can actually send you. You didn't ask for anything else, right? So when they start sending you validation of debt and payment coupons and things of that nature, you never let them derail you. Stay on track. I didn't ask for that. This is what I asked for. Where's the receipt at where I got the mail? That's what I'm looking for. I didn't ask you for any type of payment history. I ain't asked you for no verification of my address. I ain't asked for none of that. The only thing I asked you for was show me that you gave me the proper notification. Once you can tell me that, then we'll go to the next step. But until you tell me that and show me that, we ain't going no further. You got to get past that first. And they're not going to be able to get past it. I promise you. So this always works. I never had, when I was doing credit repair heavy, I've never had a client that ever paid a collection. ever. Because one thing you want to know too is that you don't owe the collection, debt collector anything anyway, right? Now, while I'm on this, understand that the only way that a debt collector can collect the debt is that they have to get what you call an assignment of debt. An assignment of debt, which I explained to you guys before, is like if I hired Darren to go after, Cynthia to collect money that she owes me. You do owe me a couple of dollars, by the way, Cynthia, just FYI.
Okay. I'm coming up under you.
So, I know Bam's like, Bam, what I got myself into over here, right? This is a fun, educated group, so don't worry about it, right? So, an assignment of debt is saying, hey, listen, I don't have time to go after this particular party, so I'm going to hire somebody else to go after them for me, right? And I'm going to hire you to do it. That means I actually still own the account. But once the account is actually sold to another party, that actual legal binding contract that you have between yourself, and the original party is therefore voided. It's no longer in existence. They don't own the account anymore. You guys got it?
Mm-hmm.
You got any questions before I move forward? Is this helpful to you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Now, tell them what you want. Please delete account, right? Make it simple. Right here, if in fact you have anything that's beneficial to you, like for example, when you're dealing with accounts and they got like any type of pictures you can take off of your credit report, anything type of documentation that you can support what you're complaining about, you upload it in here. It gives you the opportunity to upload pictures, documents, whatever, and you send it in. Oh yeah, y'all don't see them pictures. Y'all see me right there? I'm looking slick, ain't I? Wow, look at that.
You looking
Come
good.
on, man. We see you.
So this is what this is for, okay? So make sure you load anything that's beneficial to you up in here. All right. Now we'll go next. Now, this is important, right? So let me see. What is it? Okay, let's say it was Navient, right? Which is a student loan servicer, okay? Say it was Navient, right? When you go in here, let me go back to see this, right? Now, you guys see all those things that say Navient? I want you to pay attention when I'm teaching you guys, because this is very important. I promise you, you got to get this right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look how many Navients it says there. Navient Solution LLC, Navient Credit Finance Corporation, Navient Corporation, and then Navient. Now, how do you know which one is the right one? Okay? And sometimes in here, they abbreviate things.
Mm.
So it might be, say if it's NAV, but it's really Navient. So to make sure you get the right one, you just click on Navient. And then what I would want you to do is take that particular name and Google it to make sure the address is what it is for that particular company, right? That's in the case of you using something with abbreviation, because they would try to trick you. And to make sure that you're getting the right one, abbreviate they. If it's abbreviation, okay. Oh, you abbreviate? Okay, let me Google this then. And then when you Google it, then it's going to actually show you the actual company, the date, the location, communication, things of that nature. You guys got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. I'm trying to make sure you guys got this so you understand, because this is how you win situations dealing with the CFPB. You got to give them exactly what you need, right? Give them what they need in order to support you. They don't want to figure it out for you, and they're not. So you have to figure it out for yourself. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, this is very important. You see this right here? We're talking about a debt collection. Okay? Debt collection. Make sure you pay attention to what I'm telling you. It's very, very important. So I hope you guys are listening. My man right there. Yeah, I'm talking about you. So here, whenever you're dealing with someone you complaining, a debt collection, you never ever give them your social security number because that can help verify who you are. What you give them is that account number I had. Remember the account number I had? 45321 XXXX. That's what you give them. All right. You don't give them anything else. Do not give them your social security number. Got it?
Okay. I got
Now,
it.
when you're dealing with the actual credit bureaus, you want them to get it right. That's when you give them the last 4 digits of your social security number.
Oh.
Don't never give it to a debt collector. Ever. They're gonna use it against you.
Mm.
You guys with that? All right.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right. So now it says, is this where the debt came from a different than the company entered above? You always say, I don't know. I don't know nothing about this. I just told you I ain't know about the debt, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. That's it. You gotta say it like that too. Go ahead, Bam. Let me hear you say it, Bam. Say, I don't know. Bam, go ahead. You gotta hear it.
I don't know.
Nah, that's too plain, man. You gotta, I don't know. You gotta know, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, bam, that's good enough. All right, so you say, I don't know right there, right? Bam, and you keep it going because you don't know where it came from. You don't give them nothing that's going to help them. They be trying to hang you up and don't get caught up in it. Okay. Now, they always going to ask you, is somebody doing this for you or is you doing it yourself? You always say you're doing it yourself, right? Because it is you. And let me bypass this because that's my stuff. Right? You bypass that, right? And you say it's just you. Okay?
Mhm.
Don't never put somebody else. Even if you is doing it for somebody else, don't ever put nobody else. These are optional things that they use to collect information, right? You don't have to fill none of this out. It's all optional, right? I never fill any of this stuff out right here, right? I'm going to show you what I do fill out though. In here, you always pick a branch of the military. So I always pick U.S. United States Marine Corps. I always put that, and I always put retired.
Mm.
Now, why do I do that? I just explained to you guys that they don't have this on there for no reason. So more than likely, they're going to give more love to someone that was in the military versus a regular citizen.
Quick question.
Go for it.
Yeah, so they won't verify, they will just acknowledge that you were in the military like that.
I can't see you. Marine? What'd you say? Love?
I was saying that so you will just say you are in the military like that without being in the military. Is that okay?
You got to look at what I said, right? So I said, military retired. That could have been my spouse. It says spouse or dependent of service member. So that
Okay.
could be your father, grandfather. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So you just say they was retired. You don't have to say they active. Right here it says, okay, rank, that's an option, right? And then it says location, that's an option. They know they're military. They don't want that information out there really.
Okay.
All right. It's not like they're gonna check and be like, you lying, you lie. Nah, they ain't doing none of that. Okay. Any other questions before I move on? Okay.
Got a question. So when you're sending it to the collector, all those that proof of ID, and you already said never send your social security card and address proof. You send none of that for the collector category.
Correct. You only send that to the credit bureaus.
Okay. I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, but see, that's why probably some of the stuff that you was working on wasn't working. You giving them too much information.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I have a question regarding the same kind of thing that she just said, because I asked in the group when you shared the post about like the statement process, but you told me to upload the ID with the social security. So we don't do that.
Wait, you said I said that?
Um Andre, I think so. I just went
What?
into the account right now.
Oh, no, that's I don't know. I answered your question because you're talking about when you're making a complaint and it's going to the credit bureaus, though. I thought that's what you're referring to. This is going straight to a debt collector.
Correct. So
You
for
understand the difference?
yeah, so what you posted is not what we're doing now.
No, we're talking about a straight debt collector, right? You talking about what I put? Which one you talking about? You talking about the video I did? I'm confused.
So it's for the remove collections with statement process. So it's basically what you just went over with, and it's also like the same statement that you told us to put in there.
Oh, okay. Well, I misread what you wanted then, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I apologize.
No,
I
no
definitely
worries. So
did
we
because I've
don't,
never. Yeah, I'm never telling you to give them anything, right?
okay, so we don't upload our IDs or our social for this
Not when you're
whatsoever.
doing. Not when you're dealing with the debt collector. You don't give them anything that can actually identify you.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
All right. So you make sure you don't do that, right? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about any confusion I might have caused.
No
So at
worries.
the end, it says review your complaint, right? It's going to show you debt collection, what type, medical. It's going to show you what the issue is. Written notification, did not receive. You guys see this? Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
saying right here. Have you already tried to fix it? That was your answer. Did you request a message? That go your answer. So you can go over what you actually did. And if you need to edit it, you can click on it and edit it if you see something wrong in all these sections.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now, like I said, always click this because it's going to be beneficial because they know this information is going to be shared. And I'm going to get into that in a second. All right. Please delete. Here go to company. Here go to involvement. All right. Now, after you zip past that, then you actually make sure you click this right here. The information given is true to the best of my knowledge and belief. You see that, right? To the best of my knowledge and belief. So it ain't like you lying. You said, this is what I thought. That's what I believe. Anybody tell what I believe and I thought. This is what I thought. I'm just telling you. That's what it says, right? I understand that CFPB cannot act as a lawyer, a court of law, or a financial advisor. Okay? So you just click that to make sure that you agree with them, and then you submit your complaint right here. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, that's how you properly go through that's how you properly make a complaint with a debt collector with dealing with the CFPB. If you take those steps in the order that I just gave you, I can almost promise you many times they're not going to fight you because they violate you in two ways. Either way you look at it, they have no way out of it. They can never prove that you received a notification. They put it on your credit report without proper notification. So either way, you got two options. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
How many, I have a question. How many of these are you able to report at a time?
as many as you want.
Oh, okay.
I was told 5
Huh? 5.
by one. Well, I was told 5, but my very first one, I think he submitted 7.
I used to complain. When I started this, I complained about anything, everything that was wrong. If you had 20 on it, 20 complaints on it.
Okay.
Because the thing about it is, it's not like, keep this in mind, 75% of everybody's credit report has errors on it.
Here's one. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to think about something. It's 350 million people in America. Even if you had 20 errors on one credit report, who's about to handle 350 people with 20 errors on?
Oh, even just one.
That's true.
Come on, man. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to think in this group, right? You got to think. They're going to lie. They're going to say, oh, if we verified it. Well, now, okay, you verified it? Okay, tell me how you did it. Now I'm going to tell you, give me method of verification because you mess with a guy that really knows the process here. Since you did that, by law, you have to show me what you did, who you talked to, when you talked to them, their name, their address, their email, their phone number, and you got to give me all that correspondence. Do you have it? Are you going to have it for 350,000 complaints? I don't think so. So just delete it. Okay? Because at the end of the day, they don't want that type of smoke. They rather just let this one go and move on to the person that don't know no better. You guys got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This right here is what I'm showing you is part of your defense and your strategy, right? Now you know how to think. So now you got a debt collector coming after you on your credit report. You're like, hey, I'm gonna put you guys on. I'm gonna put bam. Since you knew, I'm gonna pick on you. Okay. Now, so if you got a debt collector right now and you want to make a complaint, are you going to the debt collector or are you going to the credit bureau?
You're going to the CFPB.
Yeah, you're gonna go there for sure. That's where we at.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm trying to say in that CFPB thing you talking
Oh, okay, huh?
which option you gonna pick?
The debt collector.
Okay. All right, you're gonna pick the debt collector. Now it's gonna be some cases, guys, where you're gonna actually go and use the actual credit agencies, right? When you want to use the credit agencies is when you're trying to trick, because the debt collector has already sent back some stuff. They kind of got you. You locked in, right? So now you go back to the credit bureau. You say, "Hey, man, I need a method of verification with this, or validation of debt." Now it's going to be on the credit bureaus to get that information from the debt collector within 30 days. You see? Now you see how to do that? So now you got 30 days with the debt collector. You're like, they'll get back to me in 30 days. Then they have to delete it. That's when the debt collector already got you. You know, they got everything they need on you. Because one girl, she had a repossession. I'm like, I asked them for something, man. They sent me her driver's license, her grandfather's birth certificate, her grandmother's birth certificate. They sent me everything under the sun. We're going to try a different way on this one. So we went through the credit bureau and then was able to get it deleted through there because I started asking for a bunch of stuff I knew they weren't going to be able to produce. So that's what's called strategy. What I do is a lot of stuff that's not a blueprint. Everything I do is pretty much based upon situations. So I try to get you guys to learn how to think and use these tools to your advantage so you can be able to make the rational decision of which way to go based upon what's going on. You got it?
Got it.
Because many
Yes.
times, like when you're dealing with some of these situations, what end up happening is that when I was dealing with credit heavy, I might have to come in after somebody else is working on somebody's credit report. Now, the stuff that they just screwed up, I got to figure out how to get them out of it because they didn't take the proper steps to do it in the right way, in the right way in the first place. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why you have to think, right? I try to get you guys to think, right? But you need to be able to think with the right tools. All right. Any questions?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. So you know how some debt collectors will call you through the phone, like to tell you about a debt, and then they would first ask you, like, is this person? Let's say they'll say, is this Andre? You know, and you answer and they say your address and stuff like that. Then they now tell you, so how do you go about that if you have that kind of situation?
How do you go about that?
Yeah. If they call you on the phone to verify, then you already gave them that information without knowing why they were calling you. Then you already gave them that information. So how do you do that?
Well, I will tell you that. Hold on before I pass on, guys. Have you ever watched any of my videos?
Like the ones right here?
Like with Herman Dawson, anything like that?
Some, not everything. Some of them.
Yeah, I might even see you on here. So in my videos, one of the first thing I tell you is don't ever talk to a debt collector. Because what they're doing is verifying who you are and it's recorded. Now, you say you don't know anything about it, but they have, by law, they have to disclose who they are and what they call them about before they even get into a conversation. Then they ask you those questions. If they don't tell you that, then they're already in violation because they're being sneaky. So it's recorded. So they can't say, well, I said that. No, you didn't, because it's recorded. So you never talk to a debt collector. Everything that you do with your actual account is done through mail only.
Mm.
Because see, someone can say, "Oh, I said this, I didn't say that," but see, black and white don't lie. Because once you put it on paper, you can't change it. It's already there. You have the document in your hand. So it ain't about no conversation no more. Right? That's just like a lot of trickery going with these debt collectors. They'll say, hey, if you pay this bill, pay the bill and we'll take it off your credit report. Don't ever in life, even if you do talk to them, pay a bill without these things in place. And what you want to tell them is that, hey, okay, are you guys want to delete this off my credit report? A lot of times they're going to say yes with intentions not to do it at all. So the only leverage that you have is that they want something from you, which is money. So if you get to a point where you have to do a pay to delete, then what you would say, hey, is I will pay you if you send me a letter with a letterhead on there, your letterhead on there, right? Stating that upon receipt of payment, that you will delete this account off of all 3 credit bureaus. Now, what that does is protect both parties. Because once they got payment, you can prove that you paid them. And then you got the documentation in your hand stating that they said they was going to delete it. Now you see the strategy?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
What I'm trying to get you guys to do is learn how to put them in the corner where they can't get no way out. See, when you put them in that corner, they're gonna have to explain, and they ain't gonna want to explain because next thing you know, they're gonna be looking at lawsuits. Okay, and if you was to sue them, a lot of times, many times, I think each account is only $1,000, right? But if you got 5 violations, that's $5,000. I'll take $5,000. Did that answer your question?
Yes, but sometimes they call you without disclosing. You know how calls come, you don't even know the number, and then when you verify yourself, they start telling you stuff,
Oh,
So
No. By law, they have to do that. Maybe you might not catch that in the beginning, and it's being recorded. So if they didn't tell you that, then you can use that harassment option, communication option that I showed you in this Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Remember what I said? Look at these options. So that's why you have to. I'm glad you said that. Now you guys get what I'm saying, right? There's so many different ways to deal with these things. You have to figure out what's best for you. But communication, over telephone, I'm going to tell you, is one of the worst ways to deal with this. Don't do it.
Yeah, you don't have to even agree to even if they start off. Sometimes I've gotten tricked by him saying, "Hey Cynthia, where?" And I'll say speaking, or I'll say who's speaking on the other end. Who's speaking? And so you don't have to identify yourself without them identifying themselves first. And so I find that many of the collectors don't identify themselves. They don't want to say who they calling for.
No, they by law they have to. And the other thing is this, then if you don't want them to call you back, like if they're harassing you, you just tell them this simple statement: cease and desist.
Yeah.
Once you tell them that, if they ever call you again, now you got a legal right to sue them. Now, if they say she never told us this, all you do is document the date, the time, or when they called, and then if need be, you subpoena those records. Because all those calls are recorded, and they have to tell you that. This call has been recorded for quality insurance, boom, boom, boom. This is ABC. I'm calling in regards to, a debt. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. What's up? Just hang up. You gotta talk to them. Any other questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of share some of those amazing videos in the classroom tab, just in case you guys haven't visited that tab in the portal. Just wanted to kind of put a plug out there for that.
I appreciate it, Donovan. And also, guys, I just uploaded. Now, look, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I don't like this picture. It looked like I was on something in this picture, right? I don't like it. I'm going to change it immediately. Okay. Now, I just uploaded a YouTube of me with my one of the first podcasts that I did, and people are pretty much liking it. It's got over 3,000 views right now.
Okay.
It's not been a week, so so that's uploaded in the community. So you guys take a look at that, listen to some of the stuff I was saying. I was dropping a lot of gems inside of there too, but you guys get it firsthand because you're part of my community, my small community. I don't know why the other people didn't show up. They just missed the whole nice presentation. Did you guys enjoy the presentation?
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't
Yes,
give
thank
you
you.
guys, I didn't want to give you guys a death by PowerPoint, right? Because we have PowerPoints all the time, right? I wanted to take you through it and walk you through it because I think that this is more beneficial so you can actually see what to do, see what to point to. If I'd have put this in a PowerPoint presentation, then I wouldn't have been able to show you the other options that I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got me?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question though.
All right, go for it.
This is a little bit with collection / charge off. Okay. And the company kept the collection. Okay. I forgot what my question
The
was.
who?
The company. Okay, so I'm gonna just call off a bank. I'm dealing with Central Bank of the Midwest. Did a charge off and / collection. It has both of them, but they kept the collection, right? They got a collection department, and they kept the collection. My question is about notification. That's what the question is. There's also supposed to be a notification if they put a charge off and a collection on your credit report. Does that notification goes for both of those categories or negative adverse status? You're not following me?
Nah, I'm not following you. I'm a little confused.
Okay, so well the your um you addressed to the collection company, give me proof of notification with a certified letter.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm asking for charge off to be on your credit report. Do you have to have notification also? Or even late payments? Do you have to have notification?
They supposed to actually give you awareness that your payment is due a certain amount of times, right? So that's going to fall under what you're talking about. If they didn't make you aware that a payment is due, then that's a violation of your rights in the Fair Credit Act, right? So you can use that even for a charge off because they didn't make you aware that you can possibly be late on your actual account.
Okay.
So you can look more into that. That's one of the strategies you can use. But keep in mind, whenever you got a charge off is still with the company. It's not to a third party.
Yes, exactly. But mine said
And so,
collection
and
/
so go ahead.
mine said collection / charge off.
No, it can't be both, right?
Okay. Okay.
See, let me explain something to you. A girl had two accounts. She had one account, two parties trying to collect from one account. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When she had those two parties trying to collect from one account, what happened was I said only one can own the account.
Mm.
So you guys have to figure out who actually owns the account so you can address them. It's who, what, when, where, and how. Please jot that down. Who, what, when, where, and how, right? Those are called journalistic questions, right? When you have that, then you're not wasting your time chasing after somebody that's not going to be beneficial to you. So I told her, I said, hey, well, listen, since both of them got the account, I said, who owns it? She said, I don't know. When I called the original creditor, they said they don't have it anymore. When I called the collection agency, because you told me to ask for a validation of debt, assignment of debt, now they talking about they don't have it. I said, well, I tell you what, go try to pay the original creditor. Now, one thing I know for a fact is that they can't accept your money if they don't have your account. Now you don't have to figure it out no more. So she tried to go pay the original creditor. They said, we don't have an account. We can't take your money. So who owns the account? The third party. But the third party don't want to admit they had an account because I told her to ask for an assignment of debt, which they're not going to produce because she don't owe them a dime. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to do. You got to think. So they had to delete it.
Wow.
You got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Alonzo, I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So my wife and I, well, my wife per se, she have an account with Discover for about 6 years. So they end up closing the account. So the account is currently closed. But I don't know if it's charged of because Discover said they still have the account and it's still open. So in that scenario, how would you combat that? How would you handle that?
You
'Cause they
said,
still have
go ahead. You said
Discover.
Discover still has an account. Give me,
credit card account and it's closed. So it's not charged off, it's closed.
but what you talking about is open then if it's closed.
No, it's not open. I didn't say it was open, but they said they have the account. The account is closed, but on the report it doesn't say charge off. It just says closed. So
On the credit report, it just says closed, not charge off?
it just says closed, correct?
Okay, well that's good actually. But what's your complaint?
How do I handle that, or how do I go about fixing that account? I just gotta pay that account completely, or how would that will be the best strategy to take care of that?
Yeah, but it's not reporting anything negative, right? You said it just says closed, not charged off, right?
It's closed, but it's to have a balance on there, so the balance is still reflected. So every time we make the payment, the balance go down.
Yeah, but
On the
that's
account.
no, bro. You can't charge off something to still have a balance. So I don't
Okay.
want you to do your review on that, right? Just look up some on that. But you complain about the balance. So we already know the account is hers. So remember what I teach you guys: prove it's mine first. Well, we already know that, right?
Okay,
So now
yeah.
you're on step 2, right? So what you do is complain and say, "Hey, this balance has been reporting inaccurate information over the past 6 months and causing negative impact to my credit report. I don't want it fixed now. I want to delete it because you already impacted my credit report. You can't fix what you already damaged. I want to fix now. Because what about the past times or the past history that I've been trying to do something and that negative balance on this account is affecting what I'm trying to do. You get what I'm saying? A charge off can't have a balance. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's supposed to say 0.
Okay. So like I said, the account said close. So the fact that it said close doesn't mean it's charge off automatically, or it just closed. So that's my question. It just says close.
No, that was my point, right? Because you only go by what's on there.
Okay.
The only way you said it was a charge off to me because you said that I think you said they said it was a charge off. Because if it's not
No, it's not a charge off. It just says close. The account just closed.
right. So if it just says closed, then that's not so bad because a charge off is going to drop your score.
Okay.
Where it says closed, the account was just closed.
Okay.
But a charge off, they look at what's going to end up happening is that they're going to make that and turn that into a charge off at some point if they told you that. The status is going to change to not close. It's going to change it to charge off, and then your score is going to go down.
Gotcha.
So it's best for you to attack that now, where it says that the balance is there, and it's you owe the balance though, right? Let me correct.
Yeah, I do. Correct. We do. Yeah.
So they're not going to do. It's not an error. If it said charge off, then it's an error. But right now, it's not an error.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Did that answer your question?
It did, yeah.
Okay, so you're probably going to end up try to work with them before they put a charge off on there or something like that, because right now they're not doing anything illegal. They just said it's closed and you still owe the balance.
Gotcha.
All right. All right, guys, I want to show you guys something real quick so you'll understand this as well. You guys still see my screen or no?
Now reshare your screen. I took it off and letting you put it back up.
Mhm.
You guys see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Good to
All
go.
right. Here, right? When you go to the CFPB website,
Mhm.
say you go here, right? Let me see if I can
Mhm.
stop. Because I hate when people do this to me. They'll already be somewhere and never tell you how they got to where they was going, right? I just think that's the worst way to try to teach somebody something. So when you go to the website, you go to here, right? Right here it says data and research. I want you to come here where it says consumer complaint database. Got it?
Yes.
In here, when you get in here, I want you to go here, explore data and read complaints.
Mm.
All right. Now, this is how you come up with tactics. In here, you will see if you want to find a certain company and what they've done and what and some of the people that complain about and what the results was, you come right into here, right here. This is the CFPB database and shows you majority of complaints that was all the complaints that was made through the CFPB and the results of them many of times. Now I'm going to tell you, here goes Citibank right here. What does it say? Debt collection, communication tactics. See that? Frequent or repeated calls. That's the complaint. Now, you click on that, it gives you, most of the time, it'll give you the results. Okay? If you ever see something like this, that means whoever had that complaint won that situation. Many a times when I see this, the actual account was deleted, corrected, some was in the favor of the person that complained.
Mm.
You guys got it?
Yes.
Quick question: can this portal also be used for late payments as well?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Anything runs to your credit report.
All right.
All right. So let's see, okay. So we're gonna complaint.
Alonzo, can you go through that process again? The steps and how to get to that research?
Yeah, I got you. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. So Donovan, you got to keep in mind, my friend, all these options are here for a reason, right?
Mhm.
So you got to be able to go through here and just figure out what you need, why you need it, and who you're gonna direct the information to,
Sure.
right? Like even with dealing with student loans, you can click on this. That's a private student loan. You see how it changed down here? Remember I showed you guys how it changes?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Now you say, what type of student loan is it? Is it a federal student loan or a private student loan?
Mm.
I just want to make sure you guys understand. This is very, very powerful if you use it right. Vehicle leases, lease or loan. Got it?
Right.
Mhm.
All right. Here we go.
Alonzo, other questions, if I may, sir. What tactics do you have to handle closed accounts?
I'm sorry.
What strategy do you have to handle closed accounts? Accounts are already closed, but you want to open a report.
You got to pay it.
We need to understand why you want out the report, because if it's a closed account is good, then you're gonna remove some history, which is impactful.
Account that had the account is closed and it's in good standing, just to have some few late payments on there, and the late payments is late payments. So like 30-day late, 60 late. So I just want to remove the whole account rather than payment affecting my my payment history.
Um, there's a couple of different ways. I need to figure out. I have to take a look at it
Sure.
and try to understand the strategy that I will use to do that. Right. So
I'm gonna
about
give you a call next week. Next
how
week we can set something up and we can talk. So I'll look
about
up.
how many late payments you got on there?
Huh?
About how many late payments you got on there?
Not many.
Sure. I mean, because if you delete it, you know, it could be impactful if you fix it. And most of the time, there's not too much argument with a closed account because it's not beneficial to them. They're not going to go back and forth with you about a closed account that often.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but if you fix it, it's more beneficial than getting rid of it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And all you got to do, what does it say? Does it say 30 day, 60 day, 90 day?
Yeah.
Does it say 30 day?
30 to
It
60
says
days. Yeah.
30
It said
to
30 to
60 days.
60.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an error on there that we can find between me and Darren.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To help you fix that. So yeah, we just tap into, send us a message on the group or something like that, and we said we can help you out with it. Maybe you can display it to us and show it to us, and then we can give you some better suggestions.
I got you. Yeah, we can do that.
We got you, bro. All right. How's that doing? So
The
in here,
to show the research again one more time.
all right. So in here, guys, you can see what the people are saying, right? And sometimes when you go in here, you can see what some of these companies already been sued about, people had complaints about, and you can use the same complaints that they use to fix their situation to fix yours. You see how powerful that is? They done already did the work for you. So look, it says credit reporting, credit repair, credit service, personal consumer report, credit reporting or other personal consumer report, debt collection, mortgage, credit cards. Look, this thing is so powerful. Look at this. All right.
Wait,
Payday
so
loan.
quick question. So this part, these are the ones that have won? Or it's at the
No,
bottom that
these
we
are
were
the
showing?
complaints.
The
But you can
Okay,
see,
okay.
right, what these complaints are. So I put student loans. So I could put private student loans, federal student loans, or non-federal student loans, right? I can actually look at that and actually filter them out and see what the complaint was about, and see if they actually won. Now, a lot of times they don't want to tell you the outcome because they don't want people to do what I'm trying to teach you guys to do. Take this information, use it, and then they're stuck, right? Which they should have to display that, but they don't want to. All right. But this is how you find out information about certain companies. Are you guys following this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you
Yes.
can put almost any company in here. You just put the name up here. So let's see if we put let's say Bank of America. Right. Let's see what that would be.
That's sick. They got almost 7 million complaints inside that system.
There you go. Bank of America. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
This is very powerful. You put whatever you're looking for up here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second.
Just to let everybody know that I will make sure I put the recap up by tonight. I know this is a lot of information and you guys want to see a lot of walkthroughs through here. So I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know I will have the replay up by tonight. So be ready for that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, be ready for that. Per Brad. You need. So, are you guys understanding? So you come in here and look at these complaints and understand what they're doing. So if you got an issue, like you were talking about with a particular business, you can come in here and find it and see what somebody already complained about. And there's so many filters you can use inside of here, right? Incorrect information on your report. Look at this, managing your account. Look how many complaints is about certain things. Let's see. Transfer money, credit cards. Watch this. Let's see. Credit repair services. Credit reporting. Credit reporting. TransUnion. You guys can see the whole shebang, what somebody complaining about. Jeez, they wrote the Holy Bible up in here.
Yeah.
See, this is what you don't do. They
Like my complaint.
must have used chat GBT This there. Hey, give me the Holy Bible so they can see all the stuff I got going.
Well, you trying to get me going?
Yeah, IRS publication 9542 says the fact that you shouldn't be reporting this crap, and if you don't take it off, here are all the things you're looking to face. Inaccurate, man. Who wrote the wow? See, I only was
upset
one time.
about this.
He's calling case law and everything.
See that?
And
I'm
so
highly upset
like
about
this,
this.
stuff like this. This is what you. This is how you get ignored.
Yes.
What you don't do?
They're like the person's complaint got chapters to it. You got chapters. It's got an introduction page,
Said it probably had
page, and even have an index to it.
Wow.
Look at the index. Get out of here, man. So never do anything like this, by the way. I'm glad I brought that up. My whole objective of bringing this up to you guys is to let you see how you do your own research about certain companies. You got it? Take out the opportunity. Go in here, play around. You'll be surprised what you find. I promise you that, right? These are tactics and techniques that people don't even use that I use all the time, right? And I get great results in when I'm doing, anything dealing with credit if it's bothering me. You guys got any questions about this? Oh, you wanted me to show you how you got there again, right? Let me show you.
Yeah.
So you go here. Let's go to the beginning, right? You go to data and research.
Okay.
You click on that. You come to consumer complaint database.
Okay.
Click on that. Then you come to read complaint.
Read complaint. Okay.
Then that's where all your stuff pops up.
Gotcha.
You can also Google CFPB complaint database, and it will take you right there also to make it a little faster too.
And what was that CFPB database?
CFPB complaint database on Google.
Complaint.
Now look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at that. 60,000.
And were you saying last week? Was it you that was saying last week that?
Hold on 1 second, Cynthia. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Look at this. I want you guys to look at the date range.
No, this is September.
That's crazy.
30 days.
No, this is right now. When I move this dot, you see where it says 60,000? Now look at the date range. Well, it ain't right now, but
It's a lot of
September.
you guys get what I'm saying? This database is so powerful. I just gave you guys something that you can use. I mean, I think I should drop me some coins. Y'all, little coin thing in the Brad, can you put a coin thing in the chat for me, Brad?
Everybody drop the gems emoji.
You might drop some coins. You can get a coin or something. 1, 2. All right. So
Okay, so what's that? Okay, so I'm not.
this is all I
Break
have.
it down.
What's going on? Somebody needs to be put on mute.
Yeah, get on mute if you having other talks.
Sorry.
Unless you're talking to us.
I'm talking to you. Break it down to me when you say. Oh, okay. The emojis. Want some diamonds? Okay.
Yeah, just copy and paste them.
All right, guys, listen, that's actually all I have for you guys tonight. I hope this was beneficial to you. You have to learn that if you guys are in sports, defense wins championships. And I'm trying to show you how to defend yourself, out here in this challenging world that we have. So if that's all, if you guys don't have any questions, did you enjoy the class tonight?
Oh, absolutely. But I do have a statement that was it you that said last week, Andre, that somebody said this, that the former president that's coming in is looking at getting rid of CFPB because he was trying to get rid of it on his last presidential run. Was it
Well,
you
he
who
didn't,
did that?
he didn't get rid of it, but he took control of it. So, if you got control of it, then you don't get rid of it, but you kind of minimize the impact and the ability that it has.
For the
Right?
people.
You
Yeah.
limit the range that it can do with certain companies because you're a businessman and the businessman is going to protect the best interests of the
Okay.
lobbyists that actually got him into office.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Another way to cheat. I got you.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
gotta go ahead.
So is that it for the night? Kim, you ain't said nothing all night.
Kim been on that phone.
I'm laughing at Cynthia.
What you laughing at, Kim?
You be tickling me. You gonna get your question answered.
Okay. That's how I'm
That's
gonna
the
level
way you
up.
supposed to do it.
I'm
That's
gonna
the way you
level
supposed.
up. I
Listen, that's the way you supposed to do it, Cynthia.
Hey, you know that song, you be like, holla, holla, holla. I'm trying to go. Cynthia be like, holla, 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 holla.
Listen, every ear in the clan, Miss Cynthia gonna wrap that thing up. She gonna get her one in, and that's on period. Y'all might as well just wait and prepare for it because it's coming.
All right, Donovan, we'll see you. I thought somebody said jumping off. All right, bro. So check this out, guys. Make sure you go through this database and see what you can find and enlighten your minds. All right, because it's going to be I promise, it's going to be very beneficial to you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And guys, don't forget all the notes that y'all been taking over there. Please drop them inside of the community. Drop the notes that you learned, your biggest takeaways into the community. That way, when people jump inside the community, they can learn straight from just off of your gems too, and they can watch the videos. So
Okay.
let's each one teach one.
One more thing before we go. Kim, I came
Yes.
across land, okay? Not lot.
Okay.
All right. There's 5 of them for $20,000 a piece. Right. And it's got trees on there, so it's land. It has to go through the whole process. So I'll talk to you about that if it's something that you're interested in.
Yo, yeah.
There.
You should have started class with that. We could have canceled the rest of this.
Everybody want to hear that. Cynthia want to hear that. Cynthia like, how I get this
If we get Cynthia on board, she gonna have a question about that too.
This collection of my 34. I ain't talking about no trees right now, Wanzo. The damn collection.
Cynthia gonna ask a question about the tree, Wanzo. Like,
so I do have a question for Kim. Where you located, Kim?
I'm in Peachtree City in Atlanta.
Okay, you doing in St. Louis where they regentrifying the area. The lots are 100, 150.
Cynthia, I about real estate anywhere the numbers make sense. I don't care where it is.
Oh,
it could be on the back of a billy goat.
Over here. Numbers make sense.
They're gonna have you on the moon. You're like, well, they got all the free land on the moon because ain't nobody on the moon.
Hey, listen, I'll be there. Yeah, the numbers make sense. I'm about it.
Okay.
Bam, how was your first phone call with us?
It was good. I learned. I wanted to hop on because of the question I had asked on the actual platform, and I'm glad I did because I was waiting to make that complaint. And if I would have added my ID and my social, I would have been screwed. I would have been able to get the results I wanted. So yeah, I definitely did like this.
Okay, well, I apologize if I misled you, but that's
no, it's okay. No worries.
All right. Well, guys, if that's it, we're out of here. And we will see you guys next week. I'm gonna see if a person that I want to come on to teach you something. I'll have Brad to blast it out in the group in the next couple of days. It'll be a guest speaker. All right, we'll go from there. Invite your friends, invite your family, because I hate that people miss this right now, right? And if in fact they would have been here, they could have learned a lot and understood how to do things for themselves just with one database, right? Because this is very, very powerful. Brad, did you learn something, Brad?
Did I? Come on. I'll be killing your ear later on.
Hey, who's from Houston in this group over here? Sorry. Who's from Houston?
That's me, brother. Yes, sir.
Definitely
What part
gonna
of Houston you in?
Hey, by the way, again, my name is Charles, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I'm in logistics and transportation. So We've been around for about 3.5 years. We move vehicles all over the United States, primarily in Texas and Oklahoma. So anything you guys want to move when it comes to transportation or know anything about logistics and transport and in general freight, I have a wealth of knowledge. I can help you do FMCSA and compliance, how to set up your company. So what do you guys need when it comes to that space of transportation? Ask me the question, I can give you the answer to it. So I'm a resource, so use me. So I'm
That's
here.
good to hear, man. And you're
Bro,
in the footprint of a bank that I'm actually getting people $300,000 for.
I was going to talk to you about that because I want to first fix my whole credit because my credit is around 650 across the board. I want to go get some funding to buy more trucks, to spin my business, buy more land, and a lot of things I want to do. So that's why I want to look up with you and see what damage you can do, and we can take it from there. So I like the strategy part. I like strategy, so I want to do it the right way. Do it smart.
All right, cool. Let's do it. The only thing I need you to do, I need you to bring 10 more people with you in this group, or we ain't gonna be able to move forward. I just wanted to let you know
They
that.
say less. Look, I bring my mama, my sister, my
They
auntie.
gotta join the community,
They
man.
That go for every
their
single
husband.
person on here. Everybody bring 10 people next
There's
week.
gotta be a disclaimer. There's gotta be a disclaimer before we move forward. Ain't that
Bring
right,
my
Dave?
wife. My wife will go bring her sister. I'll bring people. Look, no,
Yeah.
but yeah, no.
Hey, we accept babies too. If you got an infant, they need to learn early. They need
I got a baby son actually. I got an 18 month old. He's in there, like waiting for me. So I'm gonna go pick him up and take him home. But yeah, no. So
Congratulations.
I'm happy to be here. But anything you guys need, I'm here to help. So please ask me.
All right. Well, thank you for that introduction and let us know what type of skill set we have within the group. It's always beneficial to understand what everybody does because you never know when we might have to lean on someone for something. With that said, guys, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me and the Wanzo Way and my team with Brad and Darren. And we will see you guys next week. All right.
That sounds good. Nice meeting you guys. Have a good
Oh,
night.
don't forget.
Thank
Don't
you. Have a
forget.
great night.
Do not forget. Don't do it the right way. Do it the
Do it
one.
the Wanzo way.
Wanzo Way.
Oh, man.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thanks,
Hey, have a good
everyone.
night, guys.
Bye. Have a good night.